So I'm here in the morning as the boat is pulling into St. John's, New Brunswick. Just enjoying some coffee here. I got one for my wife when I get back to the room. I'm drinking my own right here. And I'm just watching the boat pull in to St. John's. The port is off in the distance right there. There's a lighthouse I've been looking at as we're pulling in. As the boat continues to pull into St. John's, New Brunswick, we're gonna have some breakfast from the buffet. So I got my coffee, I got some cranberry orange juice, poached egg, some fruit, got a sticky bun, some hash browns, some bacon, and then I got one of these hash browns I call a hockey puck that are so delicious. Tammy's got a coffee. She's also got a cranberry orange juice, some bacon, some corned beef hash, one of the hockey puck hash browns, and she got an omelet with everything from the omelet station. Looks good. Right outside the port here in St. John's, New Brunswick, they have this waterfront container village. And what it is, it's a bunch of shipping containers that they've turned into shops. So you can see here how this was once a shipping container. They cut out the sides and now they're selling t-shirts and trinkets and other things. And you can kind of walk around here and take a look at what the local vendors have to sell. Get some stuff to bring home, some souvenirs as well. So this is something to check out, and this is right outside the port at St. John's. So they got some candy. You can get some maple syrup. They've even got down at the end here, they got a food truck that has some brews and food you can eat. And I see they even have a truck with the famous beaver tails. Beaver tails are kind of like fried dough, and then they add all kinds of great sugary goodness on top of them. I've had them before, they really are quite tasty. So a beaver tail truck right here, and then some other shops right down this row with some great artwork on the containers as well. So we just got off the boat in St. John's, New Brunswick, and we're going to be taking a bus tour and looking at some of the sites around St. John's, New Brunswick.
The Three Sisters, because they said that three sisters used to sit there and wait for their loved ones to come home from the fleet or the ships. Because back then, technology wasn't that great, and by having the three sisters light up, they could navigate into the harbor a little bit easier on a dark, possibly foggy night.
So we're here at King Square, which is a small park found in St. John's, New Brunswick, and we're just walking around checking it out. You can see there's an artist here making some nice paintings, and in the center of the park is a bandstand with two tiers on it. It's a pretty famous aspect of this park, and there's a fountain down at the bottom. At the bottom of the two-tiered bandstand, they got this really pretty fountain that the birds like to bathe in and take a drink out of. And you can see that they have birds here. So King Square has some flowers, paths, a couple memorials as well. And we were walking around and we checked it out for a little bit. So this is a really nice little place here in St. John's, New Brunswick. So this is the city market here at St. John's, New Brunswick. And we're gonna go in and check it out. They got shops and places to eat. For those of you familiar with Boston area, this almost seems like a Quincy market, but in St. John's, New Brunswick. So they got places to eat, little shops. There's people selling stuff. Got a fish market. St. John's, New Brunswick is known as a fishing area with a lot of seafaring people. The roof of this market was built like an upside down ship as part of its architecture. So we're going to try some seaweed here. Thank you, sir.
Perfect. So enjoyed the share.
Oh yeah,
That's what his chocolatier. Rarely did a guy go.
It's
hunting
interesting.
by himself.
Right.
So when he invented it for him, because
Salty.
they always wore wool pants,
Dried
so
seaweed,
it
pretty good.
Right.
So here at the market, we bought a Palomine chocolate bar, and apparently they brought this out. The guy who invented this would bring it out hunting, and he would share it with his hunting partner who was a Palomine. So you can only get these here in St. John's, New Brunswick. So we're going to give it a try. So the Palomine chocolate bar has kind of a peanutty, nougaty center to it. It's pretty good.
It has 2 layers inside, like.
The same candy company that makes the Palomine bar makes these things called chicken
Al's gonna
bones.
drive by too
It's a
real quick.
hard candy with a
In a
cinnamon
moment.
outer covering
One
and
is
a
owned by
chocolate
what's his
inside.
name again? Irving.
Very quick.
And then the other one is the St. John Airport. You can guess which one owned by Irving.
Spicy. St. John's, New Brunswick was founded by kind of like 2 groups of people who are instrumental in their past. One of them is the Irish. We're going to be stopping here at O'Leary's Pub to have a local beer here. And another group of people here were the Loyalists, which were the people who were loyal to the British Crown. And they came up during the Revolutionary War.
It's very simple and it usually looks the same. You'll see Razor have to score it in the Ireland England game. You'll know you're in an Irish pub as soon as you're in the door. Because a couple of lads with forums will be murdering whiskey
So we're here at O'Leary's Irish Pub, enjoying some brews and listening to some great Irish music.
They tried to ply her with foreign liquor.
So the O'Leary's Irish Pub has a whole nother back room. You can see they got a place for bands to play. You can play some darts back here. They've also got an outdoor patio out here. So if you want to have some drinks outside. They also got a whole nother area upstairs. So this is more of O'Leary's Irish Pub. And this whole area right here is another area when they get busier, where you can sit, have some drinks. So we're having a local beer here at an Irish pub here in St. John's, New Brunswick. Very tasty. What do you think of the moose head, hon?
It's good. It's nice and cold.
It is. It's
So
very
Inside she turned it, what a waste of a penny, cause she only, and nobody knew she was there.
These wooden sculptures are either entrepreneurs of the New Brunswick.
So we're visiting Wolastoq Park. From the park here, you have a view of the water and of the downtown St. John's area. And you can also see the cruise ship there right in front of the downtown area. So there's the Norwegian Breakaway off in the distance. Wolastoq Park is famous for these statues that are carved out of pine. And the artist who did these actually comes yearly and repairs them. And there's over 20 statues, and these are political and historical figures from the St. John's, New Brunswick area. And you can kind of see them on these paths that are leading throughout this park here. For example, right here in the center of the park is K.C. Irving. K.C. Irving was a native to the New Brunswick area, and he became a billionaire, one of the richest people in Canada. And you can see he's overlooking all these other prominent statues and figures found throughout this park. Across the St. John's River here at Fallsview Park is this giant factory, which is Irving Paper. And they make paper products, and it's owned by one of the richest people in Canada, who has since passed away and left the fortune to 3 sons. So we're here at Fallsview Park in St. John's, and the St. John's River here comes into the ocean. And depending on the tide will depend on which way the river is flowing. If the tide is coming in, then it pushes the river upstream. When the tide is going out, then the river moves in the opposite direction and flows into the ocean. So this is an area that's famous for the way the river changes direction throughout the day, depending on the current of the tides. So here's Fallsview Park, and you can see all the water moving because of the tides and the extreme tides from the Bay of Fundy and the St. Johns River. So St. Martin's is about a 40-45 minute ride from St. John's, and it's noted to be like a fishing village. They have a nice lighthouse here. There's also a covered bridge that they're working on right now. New Brunswick is famous for having covered bridges. This is one of the covered bridges, but this one is under repair right now. It's also famous for having the biggest tides in the world. So you see this bay right here, this little kind of stretch of water, which you can tell it's low tide right now, but this fills completely up with water, and then these boats can float out and make it back out into the ocean. But right now it looks like the boats are stranded, and that's actually done on purpose. They actually have almost like kickstands on them to keep them from falling over during low tide. So here's another one of the famous covered bridges in New Brunswick. Here's a rocky beach at St. Martin's, and one of the things they do here is you look for rocks that have a stripe all the way around, and if you can find one, then you can make a wish. So I found this rock with a white line that goes all the way around. Legend says that if you find that on this beach, you can make a wish and your wish will come true. So hopefully my wish does. Did you find one, hon?
I did, look. Here it is.
There you go. The other thing you can do here is you can explore the caves that have been hollowed out by the tides. And the tides here go up and down by 40 feet between low tide and high tide. They're noted to be some of the largest tides in the world. So there's these caves in St. Martin's, and during high tide, these are filled with water almost up to the top. But right now it's low tide, so they're like completely empty. But it's a pretty cool find, and you got a great view out over the Bay of Fundy. So here's the caves and the cliffs overlooking the Bay of Fundy. Where I'm standing right now would be completely underwater at different times of the day. So we went to the buffet tonight because it's Asian night. We got this table overlooking St. John's, New Brunswick. And tonight was nice because at the buffet they did have some sushi. So I got some different types of sushi. Got the wasabi and the pickled ginger. We got an egg roll. I was able to get some lo mein. And we got some shrimp, pork, and chicken done up some different styles. And I found some room for a little bit of pork fried rice there as well. So now we're sitting and chilling in the hot tub. Just got done exploring St. John, New Brunswick. We're just by the pool. Hey, hon.
Hey. Hi.
3, 2, 1.
So this is the glow party, and during the intro, they tell you some definitions of glow.
Next, DJ. Selection block. Next, crowd. Selection block. Party processing. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Spice H2O for your floor party. Come on, let's chuck it in.
And we decided before bed to go to Oceans. So tonight we're getting some late night snacks here at Oceans. This Reuben right here that comes with chips and a pickle. We got some nachos with some guacamole and chili. We got some potato skins. And then we got some carbonara. It looks delicious. So we asked our room steward to do a couple things for us. One thing was to make towel animals, and he's done a great job. For example, look at this cute little monkey he made for us tonight. And then last night, he made this penguin. So we got a couple towel animals in the room, and every night we come back to the room and we got a little towel animal for us. And then in addition, we told them that our son and his girlfriend are cruising with us, and that they didn't want to sleep in a bunk bed and a separate bed. And he was able to somehow manage putting 2 beds together, which was really cool for them as well. So anyways, this room has been great. The cruise has been great, and we've been having a lot of fun. And these towel animals greeting us every day, super cute.